Okay. Oh my god, dude. My deepest apologies. Give me a second, guys. Give me 1 second. Hi, everybody. I gotta fix the camera. So, sorry, first off. The second I hit... Oh, did my settings not save? Bruh.
You're fond of me, lobster.
So... Oh. Bro, thank you, man, Leper King. Holy crap, man, thank you very much. That's awesome. Thank you so much. I know we had chatted earlier about the, Can I talk about it? What's up, Joe? What's up, Bob? What's up, Rictus, Leper, obviously. Didact, if you're still there, Darksteel. Thank you for the first dono, Leper. I wish I had something to give you, but I don't. I really should have had this together before I started the stream. I'm so sorry, guys. The second I hit go live, I guess my left mouse click is bound to my bowels because I had to go to the bathroom. So I got some updates for everybody. This song is scary. Tim. Do you have a night shift or something, bro? Also, is the music too loud? How are my levels? I tinkered a little bit with everything. I don't know if it's good or bad. Oh god, I shouldn't have touched this. Dude, this stream is not off to a good start. God damn. Okay, alright, I'm done touching the camera. Okay, so somebody asked what Halo Continuum is. Halo Continuum is my headcanon for what happens after Halo 3. And I am trying to make a series out of it. Currently just trying to make a live-action trailer and trying to see how much traction I can get off of that, because I can't fund a project of this scale out of my own wallet. I have a lot of visual effects friends who would be absolutely happy to work on something like this, but they need to get paid. Hiring actors, hiring a writing team, building sets, all that stuff requires a lot of capital. So the only way to fund a project like this is to start a Patreon. There's IP laws that also come in the way, so if I have a Patreon funding my YouTube channel, and I just make a labor of love type project, that's a good legal way of skirting around that issue. But yeah, I don't want to disclose too much information beyond that, because I don't want to spoil anything. Everything that you see me working on, everything that's been on the channel, is all like R&D. It's all a culmination of stuff it's basically building up towards the teaser trailer for it, and then eventually what will be like the first pilot episode. Speaking of which, I spent some money. Ladies and gentlemen, the Sony FX3. If you know Halo Visual Effects, Halo VFX, he's a good friend of mine. I've known him for about 4 or 5 years at this point. He worked on a film called The Creator. It was directed by Gareth Edwards. He made Rogue One, Godzilla 2014. The Creator itself was filmed on this camera. The FX3 shoots 4K RAW. Can also do log and a bunch of other formats. I decided to spend money and get one myself, so I've been doing a bunch of testing around. I've got a little rig here just to do some guerrilla shooting myself. And I have another friend of mine who's a local guy that lives near me that turned his garage into a green screen studio, so I'm doing some research and development on keying and green screen integration with CG elements. Excuse me. I may release some test footage of that and show you guys that kind of stuff in the future. I don't know yet, but trying to make some small moves here. I was gonna mention something else, I forgot. Who's still watching? Is anybody watching? 6 viewers. Is any of this at all interesting? Can I just get to modeling? I won't be offended. Personally, I'm tired of looking at this ship because it hasn't changed. The thumbnail has stayed the same for the last, like... God, how many live streams have we done now? 5? Oh, Leper. So the reason why he donated is because he messaged me a few days ago asking about the Strato Sentinel. He's a patron of Ruby of Blue and his Halo 2 rebalance. So we thought it'd be a cool idea to have in Quarantine Zone and some of those later levels where everything's going to shit, to have a Strato Sentinel in the background, so I thought I'd, you know, just give that asset to them to see what they can do with it. Always happy to help out the modding community, because they do some really epic shit. And yeah, yeah. Being the first dono, very special, so thank you very much for that. Rectios, welcome. I can't roll my R's, so that was a pathetic attempt. Anyway, I hate looking at this thing. There's a reason I haven't been streaming and putting this thing off for so long. It's just... there's a ton of work that needs to be done on this. Anyway. Time to start. I'm thinking we just, take a crack at the bridge segment today and establish some design languages, and then we can kind of branch the rest of the ship off of that. Essentially, it's gonna copy the same architectural and greebling designs that the Spirit of Fire and Emberclad, the Halo 2 Anniversary and Emberclad feature. So get ready to be bored. I gotta pull up my reference sheet. I don't have much. I just have some... Typically in a reference sheet you want to have like 100 different... No, my Patreon's not set up yet. I feel like I don't have anything that's even deserving of a Patreon yet. Once I have like a trailer ready, then I was gonna try to shoot that around to a bunch of bigger channels. I was thinking of like Penguin Zero and Actman, Hidden Xperia, the big guys, and then having a Patreon set up for that, like doing a real big marketing push. I think I'm just going too... I think I'm really jumping the gun here. I need to break up this geometry. This is too fucking simple. See, I've struggled in the past with making ships from the ground up. Because they... And maybe this is just me, because I always think of how they're gonna be... Like, I think of them as, like, functional things, not just, like, here's a block that has engines and guns and a bunch of greebles. Like, I try to think of, like, where are the fueling ports, where's the axe has hatches, like, if it has... point defense turrets, where specifically on them will they be? Sort of like evasion thrusters, for logistics, since this thing is a freighter, like what would the unloading and loading mechanisms be? Would it be like a payload bay door? Would it be like an umbilical? Like just all these things that have to go through, like the mental hoops of positioning what would they look like, what would their function be. Like, it's just a lot of conceptualizing in your head flesh all this out. And it's kind of daunting, especially with a ship that's huge. And I'm not even sure if this human is to scale. Might have to play around with that later, but yeah. Also, guys, how is the music level compared... Sorry, I didn't mean to bump the mic. How is the music level compared to the mic level? May I ask how the Halo model detail was made? Observe the art station reel, lots of detail on the ring and the different design. I don't want to tangent too much. I can show you real quick. Okay, thanks guys. I just want to make sure the audio levels are good. I'm wondering if I should even do like a paint over, like if I just took a snapshot of the freighter and just drew over it in Photoshop. Because I'll be honest, I'm kind of in like a creative block of breaking down these very big, broad shapes, because, yeah. Whenever Max decides to load. Oh. Uh-oh, did I just open a third one? I really don't have any. Okay, well. I'll open this up and also, I have some old work in progress screenshots. So the ring actually started. How old are these? Yeah. 9 years ago. I had no idea what I was doing back then. Because the ring is heavy and makes my computer chug, especially since I have two versions of Max open. So I was like toying around with like adding detail, and these are really just like cylinders and boxes that are extruded. Like I was just focusing on the main like emitters. But again, I'm running into the issue that I'm running into now, where like I start with very broad shapes and I go too early into the fine detail. So I'm like trying to figure out what the hell to do with the rest of all the other stuff. So like in MS Paint, I'm like trying to like get a grip on what the hell I'm gonna do to like detail the ring. So this is a good example here of what my approach was. I don't know if you can tell, but I went into Photoshop and I drew a very simple map here. If you can see these lines, I was just scrolling through some Forerunner textures, and I kind of copied the Forerunner, tech panel angles, and I just tried to draw them on the actual ring itself. And those ended up becoming panels themselves that I physically modeled. And that's them here. And I refined these shapes more. So, like I did a boolean and then like a chamfer around these like clamp pieces, and some extra detail here. Like I don't know how to just verbally explain all the stuff I did, but it's just like areas of visual rest, areas of visual density, to give the impression of scale and better placement of those details. And then I have these like spire greebles that are kind of like the Halo 1 / Valhalla, like the classic iconic Halo towers. Ha! The gas giant. That's a funny... I don't know if you guys have ever played Kerbal Space Program, but the gas giant texture is actually just ripped from... I don't know what mod it is. Is it Copernicus? Or Eve? I can't remember which planet pack, but I literally just ripped Jules' texture, and then I went into After Effects because I needed to animate like the turbulence of the... Like you can kind of see in... God, I'm going way farther into the tangent than I would have wanted to, but fuck it, we're here. I made an image sequence, so I made an image sequence texture and then imported that back into Max for the gas giant. Where is it? That's not it. I think it's this one. Yeah, so you can see a little bit of motion here. So like right here, you can see like this swirling. It's literally just the liquefy tool and like the swirl tool. Like in After Effects is the distort, liquefy, and then you have like a bunch of different options like smear, swirl, push, pull. Like right there, that's just the swirl. And you just keyframe it from the beginning to the end. So I have one keyframe in the beginning, one keyframe in the end, and at the end keyframe I added all my little adjustments, and then I just export that image sequence out, and then that's the texture, the image sequence. Yo, what's up, Corbin? And then that's what ended up being the gas giant thing. So that's how I made the Halo Ring gas giant. And the gas giant thing is like a it has like a subsurface effect to give the impression of like the volumetrics. It's actually a skin shader, which is a very hacky way of doing it, because the volumetric one is much more expensive. If I I have to use that because I can't zoom in otherwise. So this is the, the ring geo. And honestly, I'm not very happy with these. These look like shit. I could have done much better. And I even considered rebuilding the ring, because it's not optimized, and oh fuck. It's so dense here for no reason. It should be subdivided like this at render, not before render. It's way too dense. Like, if I show you the scene statistics, I'm at 34 million polygons. And there's no subdivision on this ring at render. Like, you're seeing the actual render resolution. It's just because I didn't know what I was doing when I was making this thing. I'm not formally trained as a visual effects artist. Like, I learned everything by myself. And if I go under the ring, you can see that like the base ring mesh, because like the panels are on top of the base mesh. God damn. Come on. It's like you just see how dense this is. It's just all this geo in viewport. It's just so much. And in here you have like your atmosphere layers. I think there's a terrain layer, a cloud layer, and then the atmosphere layer. And I may have shown these. I think I sent this to Rejected, and then he showed it on stream. I was doing tests, so I would generate procedural terrain on Gaia, and then export those as texture maps with displacements. And that would basically be like the ring terrain. And this is one chunk. And then I would extrapolate that out. Like I would generate like 10 different tiles of them and stitch them together in Photoshop. And then I made... Oh god. So this right here is an 82 by 4K texture for the ring, and it's tiled 4 times. So you can see how much I zoom in, or how much I can zoom in. Yeah, this is 100%. And then towards the ring bands, of course, you have the ice caps and all that stuff, because the ring kind of has that, like, curvature. Like that terrain curvature where it's higher on the rim. And then you have this is the height map, the lights, the alpha, or I guess the alpha, this is the alpha for the water, so like I would use this to split the water versus the land so I could apply the reflection and refractivity for the water. And this is, everybody knows the Earth, the NASA Earth textures. This is just the clouds, the Earth clouds stitched together and then tiled, and that's basically what I use for the clouds. And then you compile that all together, and then you get that. And you can kind of see here, my displacement wasn't fine enough, so you can kind of see like where the polygons are jagged. But over here, it looks a lot more believable. And my shader isn't too great, it looks better here. I think you can see a seam line somewhere. Yeah, there's a seam line right there. So I have to fix that. And the ambient light from the gas giant is casting on this side, so this just looks way too bright. It all needs work. This wasn't actually using the new textures. I made them after I did this render. This is me testing those maps, though. It's a V-Ray render. Yeah, you can hide a lot in post, Corbin. Sorry, I'm not used to streaming, so I have to read the actual stream chat comments before I reply to them. I forgot. I think I was going to mention something else, but I forgot. This one's a little bit grainy, but it kind of shows, like, the lights kind of cast this, like, hazy glow into the atmosphere. Yeah, this is, like, way too blue. Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, V-Ray doesn't have, like Blender does, like, mathematical nodes where you can set up proper Rayleigh scattering. So, to approximate Rayleigh scattering, you have to use V-Ray volume grid, and it just doesn't give the same effect, which is really unfortunate. Redshift does, though, and Redshift is a GPU render, which is way faster. It doesn't give you, like, the same out-of-the-box as good looking as V-Ray does, but I'm probably gonna have to switch. It's also just way more responsive. V-Ray, like, there's user error as well. Like, I didn't optimize my scenes, but, like, my last render with Strato Sentinels cutting up the assault carrier, I mean, I think my longest frame was like 50 minutes, and the shortest frame was like 42 minutes. Like, it took a week to render out that 15 second shot. I fiended to see it with the substance gas giant in place of threshold ever since I saw you arrive at looked good. Substance? Is Substance the blue gas giant? Because actually, it will be the blue gas giant, because the ring is supposed to be Delta Halo. I just did those renders before I made that decision. Yeah. Okay, I think I've gotten long enough on that. Oh boy. God, it's so chunky. How am I gonna model this thing, dude? Oh my god. Starting a model is always the most annoying part. I'm always afraid of... You spend hours building a part of something, and then you realize it's shit, and then you gotta scrap it and start all over. That's soul-crushing. And I've done it so many times, and I think it's just something you have to get used to. I have a vision in my head of what I want the bridge to look like. I'm struggling a little bit to realize it in 3D. Okay, we're just gonna go. We're just gonna get into it. Hi, if I'm gonna botch your name. If That's embarrassing. Feng Huang. 1 orange 04, 1 blue 05. What does that mean? Oh shit. Skip. Can I play Skyrim music? Is that illegal? Like, I love Halo, but I've been listening to the same OSTs for 20 fucking years, dude. Oh, true, true. Sorry. Context. Okay, I got copyright struck with the old one. I think it's because I was playing Incubus. Some of the like Incubus tracks that were on Halo 2. Which pattern on the ring are you talking about?
Where's our... They're like, helmet. Have the confirmation from regret. Find out.
Oh my god, just give me the image. Are you talking about the like raceway in the middle, or the like the techie panels on the side? Because this is, like, this is Geo here. These bits, where you see these cuts, that's actual geometry. Like, those are cuts. But the actual panel itself, that's just texturing. Same with the rims, that's Geo. All the flat surfaces, unless you see, like these cuts here, that's geometry actually being cut, where you're seeing past it. Everything else is just texture work. $222 on that same video. Wait, what? Uh-oh. He definitely didn't block me on Twitter. Oh, this stuff. So this is a separate ring asset, oddly enough. I don't know why they did this. Maybe they had a placeholder. Maybe they wanted the rings to look different, Installation 04 and Installation 05. And you can also tell because for whatever reason, these emitters are elongated. And maybe they commissioned a guy to make the actual Delta Halo ring, and it just took him longer than expected. I don't know. Two possibilities here, and the first one is what I think is going on. They're using two meshes, which is basically you have this surface here, which is the above layer, and then these lights as another layer under, and then there's an opacity map on the above surface, which has this, like, you know, these tech panel cutaways that is revealing the secondary layer that has all the emissive lights on it. So that's probably just a texture driving that. You could do it with Geo, but that'd be a lot. That would be a lot. I don't know why you would do that. It'd be much faster, and especially because this is an unlit side. Yeah, Nuke could do it too. But I have an obsession with physically accurate relay casting, relay scattering. Sorry, I didn't read. You said I knew a way a nuke can make a fake atmosphere behind the planet texture. An easy method. Yeah. Nuke can make planet atmospheres. You can do it in compositing software, but I like to do everything in 3D as much as possible, just because the physical accuracy of it. It's an obsession of mine. Not that it's necessary. Sometimes it's quicker to just do it in the compositing software, but I am stupid like that. Also why I hate Max sometimes. It's like, I want to inset these polygons, right? So you'd think it would do it along the normals, but no, this just wants to do it like this. Why does that make sense, huh? That makes sense, right? God, I hate Max. God, I hate you so much, Max. See, I could do it by polygon, it'd work, but then I'd have to stitch all those vertices together. It's so annoying. Dude, even in the extrusion. In what world would I want this vertex to go that way? Davy Jones yells at his 3D software for 3 hours stream. Hi Nathan, welcome to the stream. Okay, last song and then we're gonna switch to Skyrim music. And thank God Rejected's not streaming tonight, otherwise I'd have maybe one viewer. It's a good night to stream. Those of you who are wondering what I'm doing, I'm gonna Boolean! Because this needs more breakup in detail. I was gonna do file save. We use short keys here, ladies and gentlemen. Control S. I was this close away from being cringe. Jesus Christ. Oh god. Why? Why is that so messy? Jesus. Green! So that's what rejected does. Can I do that? I need more reference. We're transitioning to Skyrim music. This shit goes hard. Okay, that's kind of clean. Kind of. Alright, we need like some kind of module up here. Maybe for like a communications array. Yeah, some kind of communications array and like pinging system or something. So I'll make like a little hub element that gets mounted on that. How would that even get fixed on there? Borbin. Have you guys been playing Schedule 1? I mean, I've known about it for weeks, but I finally got around to playing it, and it's pretty fun. I did it wrong? Oh, Corbin did it wrong. Oh, yeah, you're supposed to use the emoji B. The B emoji. Sorry, Corbin. God damn, dude. I keep fucking whacking the mic. Why is my viewport clipping so retarded? You happy now? Unseen Balo Borbin. What ship is this? This is a custom ship. I think I called it Pending Transit, because Halo has really funny names. Like in Contact Harvest, the ship that makes first contact is called This Side Up, I think. I think. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, I wanted to kind of think of like a clever name. So this one's called Pending Transit, and shit happens on this ship. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Guys, I might have to take a little bathroom break real quick for a second. I don't mean to do the rejected thing of doing a chair stream, but I really gotta go, so I'll be back in like a few minutes. Out for delivery? Is that a real ship? I'll read that when I get back. BRB. I was just peeing. Oh, so I like to shitpost in game lobbies. Have I said this before? So I play World of Warships. In the public lobby, I'll go. Maybe I shouldn't say it. Fuck, I'll say it. Okay, so I have like a roster of things. I'll just throw right off the bat. So I'll be like, oh, what am I doing here? I was opening up Pornhub. I didn't mean to start this. Oh, okay, that's gay and cringe. Or I'll be like, so this morning I wanted to. Oh, hold on, what am I doing? Where's my material editor? Max. Oh. Dude, I love Max. Did you see that? That was like 20 seconds just to open up my material editor. Cool. So, I'll be like, dude, this is bad. I couldn't even talk about this. Never mind, I give up. I wanted to hear what my penis sounds like, so I stuck my auxiliary cable into my pee hole. That's what I say. And I'll either get the what the fuck kind of reaction, or somebody will ask, so, what did it sound like? And then I'll just say, it was kind of lame. It was just like buzzing at 200 hertz. Maybe next time I'll try an XLR cable. And it gets some laughs. The lack of response in the chat is very telling. Comedy. I hope it's just my chat not refreshing and... Your dick has Bluetooth? Hell yeah, brother. I hope mine gets Bluetooth in the next update. The next firmware update. Gotta send mine in. I gotta flash my BIOS, my dick BIOS. The next part of this Skyrim soundtrack goes so fucking hard. I love Celtic strings, dude. Just for visual's sake, I need to do this. Oh my god, why are you so slow, dude? This is painful. Alright, cool. Now we can see what the bridge is. Nice! Haha! Cool. Now we have some, like, visual identifier of scale. Alright, that's something. That's not much. But it's something. Guys, modeling is so slow already, but because I'm modeling, it is even worse. We haven't even talked about foreskin at all this stream. Is this even a Davy Jones stream if we haven't talked about foreskin? Where am I putting this piece, dude? Fuck. Should I just flip this? Oh, 4 gem. Wait, I was talking about Schedule 1. I barely, like, even... Corbin, you're asking what it was. It's basically like a drug dealer simulator. And it's really fun. You can make... Oh, I can't mention it. I already said drug dealer. I'm demonetized already, aren't I? Ugh. Ouch. Yikes. Yikes, fam. Cooked. I'm cooked. What in God's name is this trapezoid I'm making? This is terrible. I used to just do that in real life. Lol, J... Just playing. Or maybe. Look. Here, we like to use the word allegedly. Is this gross? This looks gross, doesn't it? If any of you ever had the impression that I know what I'm doing, I have something to tell you. I don't. How long is it gonna take for me to have addressing the allegations stream? Guys, I swear, I never had an elite Futanari folder. That was a Photoshop. And yeah, I said elite, not saying Healy, because I've put my penis in a woman before. Yeah, you never stop learning. There's always something to learn. And you also learn that you can't do everything. No matter how hard you try. I don't know why I read that in the fake news, everyone. Rather than the Futurama guy voice. Son of a fish. I missed one. Okay, that is... I believe that's all cleaned up. For our purposes, that is cleaned up. I, for sure, am gonna get rid of that piece at some point, but for now, it's fine. Okay. Thank you. God, I wish I knew how to pronounce your name. Can I call you Huang? Am I even pronouncing that right? Thank you, Huang. Huang. I appreciate it. Porting the armory from Infinite to H4, and it's so annoying. Everything is all messed up and it has to be fixed. I never played Infinite. What's the armory? Is that like the... Is that like the place in the loading screen, like in the multiplayer where there's the pelican in the background? Fuck, man, I'm sorry. And what's wrong with... Is it all the geo? It just isn't compatible with Halo 4? Oh, okay. I think I vaguely remember that. God, I don't know what to do next. Oh, this is so much. Oh, quads, why isn't this... What's going on? Oh. Okay. Well, most of the rotations are backwards or wrong, and then there's a ton of duplicates and stuff. Huh. Is that from, like, the decompiler, or, is that just actually, like, the asset itself? Because that might be for, like, different model variations, like, for, like, in the actual infinite editor, so they can pick... there's probably, like, some use for that in their pipeline for how they do stuff. I'm not even sure. All I know is that Halo Infinite's development was broken as fuck. And yeah, Skyrim music does do wonders for focus. Absolutely. Oh, I did miss a loop. Oh, I did miss several loops. What am I, dude? I also have to redo the UVs since they use 3 and I just use 1 for now. Oh, that's true. Oh, you could just repack them though, right? Like they're already unwrapped. You just have to repack them into one UV tile. And yeah, I'm a fan of Blur. They've always done awesome work. I wish they had a bigger budget for doing Halo stuff, and it's unfortunate that they won't work with Microsoft or 343 anymore. I've heard rumors of why that relationship soured, but I don't know. And the reason why I say I wish they had a higher budget is because you can tell in some of the shots, and just in the whole thing in general, like, with the amount of shots that they had to churn out, like the whole Halo 2 anniversary animatics, very contrasty, very bright brights, very crushed blacks, hides a lot of, you know, low resolution detail. Foreground elements are very sharp, but like certain things lack the resolution and clarity that you would want for, like I say, like you would say, like for feature film level. That's why, like, when people say blur level, like people usually are talking about Halo 2 Anniversary level. I'd like to push past that. I'd like to be, you know, feature film level of visual effects. Very hard bar to hit, but that's the target. And you know, the whole blur thing is kind of a meme at this point, which, you know, it's still a compliment. So I never want to, like, knock on that. But yeah, Blur did fantastic work, but they had a tight budget and a tight deadline, and they did a lot with what they had, and it looks fantastic. And you could imagine what they would have done if they had double the budget and double the time. It would have been fucking insane. I think I'm going too deep into this right now. I gotta back off a little bit. I might just do a few extra things. I don't know if I should just yet, but fuck. I need to. Shit. Just need to do a little inset here just to kind of give this some variance. Just a touch. I don't even know if that looks good. I'm not sure it does. Yeah, I don't like that. Fuck it. I think once I add more density, then I can go in and start doing some of the stuff that I want. But for now, I'll leave it alone. Okay, the rest of the soundtrack is just wind gusts. Going back to Halo. Thankfully, Thankfully, I brought a poncho. Good call. Good call. Always come prepared. Oh, that was the end of my playlist. Shit. No worries, I have a backup. If you guys know what this is, you're goated. This is another franchise I would love to make a fan film about. guessing what this is from? It is a remix, but I mean it's near identical to the original. The original is called Path to Borealis. This is called Criage at Dawn. Or no, this is called Path to Borealis. Ah fuck, it's Half-Life. It's Half-Life 2. Go on a little Half-Life kick. Hope you guys don't mind. I think story and universe setting, Half-Life goes deeper than Halo. I hope I'm not rustling any feathers there, but... And I grew up with Halo before Half-Life, but fuck me, Half-Life, man. There's something about its setting and atmosphere and just the sheer hopelessness, even more hopeless than the humans in Halo. I mean, rather than a galactic enemy, you have a multi-dimensional, multi-universal enemy being the Combine. And just the sheer futility of humanity's plight is so fucking sad. I also love how baked in, like, real world science is in that game as well. I mean, even though a lot of it's just, like, theoretical, but, the nerdy part of me, I mean, beyond video game nerd, but, like, theoretical physics and standard physics and all that stuff, just very fascinating. But can you dual wield in Half-Life 2? No, the fuck you can't. That wasn't a response to anybody in the comments, but... Look, we meme a little bit, okay? Don't sue me. I'm sorry for this headset. I keep bumping into the goddamn mic. Stay. Oh my god, it's Marathon Eternal. Hey, we were just talking about Half-Life. We were just exchanging Morgan Freeman memes. There's another soundtrack. Fucking... Which one is it? This one's too actiony, but it slaps. Gordon Feetman. Gordon! Every cell in my body is in excruciating pain. I'm running out of brain cells. Chat, do I keep modeling? Chat? Well, Marathon, before we had a brick for a bridge, and now we have something resembling a brick, but this brig has brick has facets and chamfers and extrusions and something resembling a bridge to scale. Yeah. Has everybody fallen asleep? What if I play the pipe drop sound effect? Will that wake everybody up? Thank you, man. It's a pretty nice chamfered brick, if I may say so myself. I think everybody left when I compared, or when I said that Half-Life 2's story is deeper and more complex than Halo's. I don't know what to do. There's too much to do. It's 12 a.m. Maybe I'll work on this, like, girder segment. I'm tired, boss. That looks like shit. Stupid. 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 Where's my reference? Oh, have a good night, Marathon. Should give another playthrough, Corbin. I think with an adult perspective, you catch a lot of things you might have missed. A lot of complexities and you know, a lot more of a deeper perspective. Than, you know, as a kid, you're kind of just like, oh yeah, shoot stuff, gravity gun, yeah, fucking throw barrels at zombies. At least that was my perspective. Like, I replay the whole Half-Life series like every couple years or so, just to like refresh it for me. It's a nice like ritual, personally. But hey, man, you can do whatever you want to do. I'm just gooning a little bit about Half-Life. Don't mind me. I'm not sure I used that right, actually. From what I hear, they're working on something that is currently in a playtest stage right now. We'll see if that amounts to any actual releasable title.
On February
This is way too upbeat for fucking modeling, but whatever. Whatever, we're jamming out here.
Soon the great journey shall begin, but when it does, the weight of your balls will stay your feet, and you shall be left behind.
Thank you, your didact. I use fast SSS due to the cloud, not the standard VRAM material. That's what I use as well. Maybe in a second I'll show you my material setup for my ring. Oh, damn, really, Leopard? Like the creepy ones? Like, does it just give you pressure or something? You said it's soothing. You find chaotic, parasitic melodies soothing? Hmm? Is that what you find soothing? Hmm? Oh yeah, music. Whoops. Ah, dude. Not sure I like what I'm doing with this. Dumb. Is it actually relaxing? I feel like I'm just... Sorry, but I haven't been reading chat. No, not the ones with the heartbeat and strings and such, but the ones with the whispers and the reverse dialogue might be feral for that, but it's just my guilty pleasure. Nah, man, whatever works for you. Or a flooded, infested, high charity ambience, yeah. This isn't HH by Yi. Oh god. We don't talk about him here. Yeah, I just pulled up ODST Postpartum. It's a classic. And yeah, Rick, yes, I don't know. I always feel self-conscious about modeling on stream, dude. I feel like this is boring as fuck, but you guys like it. I hope this time what I make I actually keep, because I don't know if you guys remember that first stream when I made those doors. The second I closed the stream and I looked at it, I'm like, this shit sucks. Delete. We're just gonna do a quick little fuck it render. Yep, looks the exact same. I don't know what I expected. That sucks. Frick yes. Yeah, man, that's just art. Like, it either works or it doesn't. Trial and error. I kind of want to try something real quick. Still work? Oh, it does. Why does the geometry look like that? I made these engines years ago, and I kind of want to use them. They have a decent amount of detail. Any fans of Factorio? This might sound familiar. I think I'm gonna end the stream in a little bit here, guys. At least we got something new for the thumbnail. My plans for this model is it's one of the big set pieces in the pilot episode of Halo Continuum. God, I don't know how much I want to tell without spoiling stuff, but a lot happens on this ship. Let's see. Unknowingly, this ship becomes a crux point for the story. So, it's not like this ship has any significance. It's just like this ship happened to be the ship that shit happened on. So, that's all I'm saying. Anyway, that's going to be the thumbnail for the next video. I'm going to save that. Alright, well, I think we peaked at like 10 viewers, which is a record. So, thanks everybody. Yes, that's the ship. That's the ship where RB and Chief ship. Get it? I hate myself. Well, at least we did it on foreskin this time. 2.5 hours, that's the longest stream I've ever done. Maybe next time we'll shoot for 3. And I'll try not to... the bathroom right in the beginning of the last one. Or right, like, you know what I mean. God damn, it's late. Fuck. Thank you, Leper, for the donation, man. That was really generous of you. Thanks for being the first, and hopefully not the last. I know I said that I was gonna stream like 2 weeks ago. It's hard right now for me to like sit down and be consistent with this stuff, so I'm not gonna say when the next stream is gonna be, but I will try to pick up the pace. But it has been nice just having you guys there while I'm like, you know, trying to figure this shit out. As difficult as it is, modeling something like this is difficult without like having a one-to-one concept that you're basing stuff off of, so it's a struggle, and you guys being there and being supportive and all that stuff helps a lot. Yeah, I don't really know what else to touch on, so I appreciate you guys hanging around with me. Hopefully we'll do it again very soon. I am free on Saturday, so without promising too much, I want to try to do a stream on Saturday. So we'll see what happens then. But anyway, thank you to everybody who participated in the stream. It was fun chatting with you guys. I will see you sometime soon.